Podcasting from Floyd Bennett Field, Brooklyn, New York. This is the Brooklyn Baritone Podcast. Good morning for me, and whenever you choose to listen to this, in the morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime, I very much always appreciate the support, the looks, and the likes, and definitely remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Brooklyn Baritone. Okay, history. The 1619 Project. 1776 unites. 1619 Project, from what I understand, is from the Wall Street Journal that's highlighting a lot of the issues in this country historically, the plight of people of color and the actual biases against them. 1776 Unites is in the attempt to counter from President Donald Trump, to not highlight certain things, but to look at the really good things that has happened in this country as far as progression, abolish slavery, all that. That's basically the gist of it in a nutshell. Only thing that we should really be concerned about is the truth. If something is highlighting the truth, then we should know about it. We deserve to have the truth so we can make the proper decisions going forward, so we know the origins of things, so that we also know how to move forward. Problems arise when history is left out. Problems arise when history is skewed, and people are becoming more and more woke about these things because so much things that we have learned in school, in culture, in society, you learned a lot of things were lies, were twisted, were left out, and these things were deliberate, not by accident. So I get why the Wall Street Journal and why so many other people want to uncover what happened in this country. It's totally important to know your history. If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. And I'm going to say I could get why someone wants to counter that and not just focus on the negative things, because that could be very inflammatory, but many things have been done that's very inflammatory by certain peoples. So the thing is, if someone justifiably gets angry of what they learn, then that's their given right. Well, I'm very much want to focus on the term justifiably, because many people will get angry for things that they have no real right about to get angry. They have no reason to, and it doesn't solve anything, basically. If someone learns the truth and they're angry, then that's their given right. You can't stay angry, though. That's the problem. People want to stay angry. It's okay to be angry, but move forward and have corrective action. And that's one of the issues a lot of people have individually, as a culture, and nationally. Then we have people who want to omit things from history like it never happened. But what you're doing right there, you are totally degrading and devaluing things, factors that actually happened to why we are in the current state we are in now. Too many people wish to downplay certain things, mainly probably because they're not the group that's targeted, or because they're not concerned about it, or they think things are holding us back. Well, deception does a great deal with holding everything and everyone back. It's a good deal to understand the plights of history. I've said it before in my other podcasts. I'm actually the one right before this, where I talked about science being used as a tool, as an agenda and control, where we are erroneously being told things because there's an agenda by those who control resources and finances. Same thing goes with history. People omit certain things, people switch certain things, and things become devalued, and we become lost. We become this lost sheep, basically. And I say to be angry enough to cause change, to make sure things don't happen again. I talked about the bison being hunted to near extinction. Many people have no idea of why they were hunted to near extinction. It wasn't a bunch of rogue huntsmen that were out there that were just killing bison wantonly. No, that was a plight by the U.S. government and Army, and it also gave the green light for any other hunters to kill the bison because they had an agenda against the Sioux tribe, because that was the Sioux tribe's way of life, of food, of commerce, of eating goods that he got from the bison. They were plentiful. They killed them by crazy amounts to have the Sioux tribe submit to the U.S. government and Army's will. That's left out. That's an important part. Am I saying it to be angry, to be gaslighting? No. I'm saying it because it's the truth. We have to know the truth behind things as to why. Because when you realize certain factors and pieces are left out, then you realize that certain things that you are moving off of now are from false pretenses. You know, we have a lot of, different lies of a lot of people don't know about Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. There's so much people who I realize that had no idea that even happened. Because there'll be people that be like, no, these things don't happen on American soil. This never happened. Why are you angry? Why are you saying lies? But these things are purposefully left out. And that's the good thing about the 1619 Project from the Wall Street Journal. Now, if you don't want to be inflammatory, I get it, because I get why, as a leader on a wide scale, you don't want to cause panic. I get it to a degree. But when it comes to history, it's history. It's history. It's the truth. No one wants to be lied to. This is why it'll spark outrage. You're going to have that moment, but you know what? If you're going to goad, or not goad, lead people into understanding history better, then you know what? You have to do it in a proper, humbling fashion. You have to do it in a proper fashion where you're not leaving things out. You may have to do it in certain levels because some people can't take all that in, because how we are now, again, is basically based off of history. Everyone is so sensitive right now. Everybody's riled up. Everybody is so polarized right now based off of history and how we dealt with it. And we probably can't get everything all at one time because we're not united. We are not. And it's based on the standards that we have a society where we can actually utilize that information that we get, whether it's from history or anything that's going on right now. Because if we are not on the same page, there's no possible way that we can get all the information that we possibly need to be a better culture, because some people are not going to be able to take that in the right manner and move in the right direction. So it's good that the 1619 Project was there, among other ways and channels and platforms and resources, to inform people of true history. I cannot ever condone the skewing of history. I cannot condone the hiding of history. I cannot ever condone of changing the narrative because of whatever reason someone may have. There's no excuse for not putting forth the truth, especially when you know it has impacted peoples. If it has oppressed peoples, if it had lifted up certain peoples unjustifiably, then people reserve the right to know about this. If you want to, leave comments below of what you think about all this stuff. It's very important that we know history. It's important that we know our origins. It's important that we know why we are where we are, so we can make the best decisions going forward. Anyways, that's all I wanted to do, is talk about that really briefly. You could always catch my content on my website at www.brooklynbaritone.com. You can also check out my YouTube channel and make sure you hit that subscribe and notification button. I am also on LinkedIn under Corey Ashley. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I am also available on the Google Play Store and the Apple iTunes Play Store, and now Amazon Podcast. Look at that. Big things are going on. Well, I want you guys to be blessed. I want you to think of everything that's going on. I want you guys to look forward to my podcast next week, because you will hear from me and see you next week. Be blessed. Be good. Make sure that you enjoy this time with yourselves and grow. Grow yourself, grow others around you. Anyways, I'm out. Talk to you later.